Hello, dying world. My name is Unlucky Orpheus, and welcome to another exciting adventure of what the hell is Klak tonight doing now? I mean, welcome to the Malodorous Theater, Day 3. Back to our top story, however, we've got Klak tonight, back down here in the southwest corner of the map, doing God knows what, without talking to anyone about it. He's just sort of rushing off, doing his own thing. I really hope this doesn't become a habit. Of course, if he dies, that will be the last habit he develops, and we're not really expecting him to live much longer with this sort of running off and doing whatever. In any case, he is now down here, well out of heroic return range. Of course, not that he can heroic return again. Down here at negative 12, negative 14, 26 AP, and 18 kilometers from town. I have no idea what he's doing. We even had a thread brought up. You know, what the hell are you doing, Klak? We still have no response. I swear, for an event town, this is probably the most disorganized I've seen it. Not because people aren't trying to organize it, because we just have so many people. Well, not so many, but we've got a couple people who just aren't communicating with the town. We've got people just running off and doing their own thing. We've got people building radios, you know, with batteries. It's it's chaotic to say the least. I guess the best way I can put it is at least it's eventful. It's, you know, it not exactly can be foreseen. So I guess it keeps it interesting at the very least. In other news, we've got another person in our town that we are expecting to die, unfortunately. See here, we've got Flick. Still no action from him. Hasn't even confirmed as a citizen at all. Tomorrow he's going to dehydrate if he doesn't log in time. So it looks like we had a dead pool. I was not making a reference to the comic book hero, but a dead pool as in P-U-L-L. He was confirmed, so he was supposed to be good to go. Maybe something happened in real life, or maybe he just stopped caring. In any case, we'll miss you, Flick. Unfortunately, you won't give off a soul when you die, so it's not like our shamans can even use you. This is gonna put us at an unfortunate disadvantage, along with Klak's antics. We'll be down 2 or 1 if Klak survives, 2 eventually when Klak dies. Here's to hoping he gets back. Other than that, as you can see here, we're making a focus to deplete the zones around town. I figured that was the name of the game anyway. We're doing a pretty good job. We've pretty much almost got every single zone here, with a few here and there. And then we're also pushing out to explore some other areas. Hoping soon we do have a total of 2 Yarpin tables. It's Yarpin, by the way, not Jarpin. I was corrected by a friend of mine, comedian. It is actually a Swedish word. Pretty awesome. Good to know that. I'm sure some of you learned that something as well. As you can see here on Factory, we do have 2 Yarpin tables left over. So once Factory's finished, we'll have 1 Yarpin table left over, hoping that soon we can find a search tower blueprint. If we can do that, we can build search tower. Start working on replenishing all of these dead zones here. Maybe while these zones are dead, we can start exploring this hotel. As you can see, the zombies have been pushed back. Zombie clearing expeditions were successful. So now, I guess the next step is to start spreading out. Watchtower Upgrade 3 is going to kick in tomorrow, so we'll be able to see what's out further and see what needs to be done. Alright, instead of the Battle of the Sexies male shoutouts, I decided to do some interviews with some of the men in town. And for the ones who did respond, I've got some pretty awesome interviews coming up. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off and just sort of give you an idea of how the interview is going to go. Basically, it's just I asked some questions in advance, and the men answered in advance. So I'm just going to, give you their answers. Basically, I asked them what their name was in real life, recommended they only use first names, but some actually gave last names because they don't care. And then Ask for their real life name, their age, their hobbies, their manliest moment in fitting with the theme of the town, and their future goals and aspirations. Die Tonight related and real life related. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. My name is Unlucky Orpheus. My real life name is Will or William. I am 23 years old. My hobbies include gaming, working, and more gaming, mostly of the MMO variety. My manliest moment, and I know I talk about this entirely too much, but it is something I'm extremely proud of. I deployed to Iraq all of 2009, and I think that's just pretty manly. If a moment can span an entire year, then that's my moment. If it can't span an entire year, I'm sure I could just pick any one of those days in Iraq. Oh, I know. One day when I was sitting around playing Xbox and being paid money for it. That was fantastic. Alright, and as for my future goals, I'm hoping to complete my nursing assistant certification. Eventually become a registered nurse, if that's the path I want to take after I've given CNA a shot for a bit. And then afterwards, hopefully I want to end up in an emergency room, being a nurse there, possibly a surgeon's assistant. I am definitely not down for the schooling it takes to become a doctor, or a surgeon for that matter. But if I go the nurse route, I can do minimal schooling and still get in there and get in the action, and still be helping, saving lives. Pretty awesome. Alright, so our first interviewee, enough about me, is Alswek. I was going to display the hero pages, not hero pages, but citizen pages, their soul pages, while I do this. But some of them actually their soul pages are down because of the Clash of the Titans bug. Alswek is one of those. He's our first interviewee. His real life name, he stands by it. He says it is Alswek. I'm not going to question it. He wants to be Alswek, he can be Alswek. He's aged 31, close to 32, and he claims that means he's half dead. His hobbies include, aside from killing zombies and bashing his wife back into the kitchen, how the hell did she get out of there? Playing stupid browser games about killing zombies. I really don't know any. That sounds like an intriguing genre of gaming. How can you combine browser games and zombies? It sounds utterly boring. No, I'd never play a game like that. I had to actually censor his manliest moment because unfortunately we do have ladies listening, and I really don't think they want to hear what you had to say, sir. I apologize in advance. His future goals include not being punched for being sexist and to hide this post from his beloved wife. And he's hoping she isn't seeing him typing. But it looks like that was in vain. As we can see here, typing, looks like he got spotted. Carried away. Best of luck to you, Alswek. If you dehydrate in a few days, we know why. Alright, our next interviewee up is Toussaint. I don't know. I want to say it's French, but at the same time he doesn't speak French. He speaks Portuguese, I believe. In any case, his real life name is Pedro. He's 14 years old, and his hobbies include playing computers, sleeping, and eating. Definitely awesome hobbies. I do all of those. I love doing all of those. For manliest moment, he claims that he has a special moment every night. I think we're going to leave it at that. I really don't want to know anymore. His future goals and aspirations include achieving 500 soul points on Die Tonight. He says he likes distinctions, of course, but he prefers to live longer. I think we all do. Our next interviewee is Drank. Drank here. There we go. Pull up his soul page. Drank's real life name is Omar Drainer Hernandez. I assume Drainer is a nickname if it's a middle name. Alright. He's aged between, he says, I am 12 and 17. So maybe that means he's 29 years old, or maybe that means the average, and he's 15 years old. Or maybe we could average 15 and 29, and that comes out to some number that I don't care to do the math for right now. His hobbies include computer games, reading, Die Tonight, and zombies. Which is convenient, because I don't know if you guys know, zombies are actually in Die Tonight. If you check that Dusk Till Dawn little handy utility, You see here, it says 3, and then that little walking man next. Apparently, that is a zombie. Yeah, blew my mind. Anyway, here we are back to this. His manliest moment, he says, when he, you know, and I don't know. I might know, but I don't think I want to know. Here, I'm just so you folks know where I'm going with this. I'm just bringing you their answers, you know. His future goals include being involved in more MMJs, participating in events, and finishing his Die Tonight fanfiction, and making Wiki get drugged. With what? Roofies? I'm not going to question anymore. Our next interviewee is Durfee. He says his real life name is Gohan, and he says his parents... that is his legitimate name. His mother was actually obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, and so I guess we can see how that came out. He says his age is 16 to 17. His hobbies include sleeping and eating and playing as many JRPGs as possible, too. He says there is also one other thing he does often practice on Fridays and Saturdays, but it shouldn't be told. There are minors here. I think we can all see where that's going. His manliest moment, I also sadly had to censor. It just was a bit too much, I think. Sorry, Durfee. If you do want to share that, you're more than welcome to post it on World Forums in the thread that I'll be posting this video in. I just don't think it's appropriate. And I feel a little uncomfortable saying it. Just gonna put that out there. His future goals including, well, he says he's never really thought about it regarding Die Tonight. And he says maybe to part ways with the Sevens to form a completely Portuguese-speaking meta. He doesn't know if it's achievable, but no English in the town forums would certainly rage most randoms. And best of luck to you, Durfee. I know how frustrating it is to not be able to speak your native language, especially when playing a game with friends. You get one English speaker in your town, and he's going to be pissed about the fact that nobody's speaking English. This is an English-speaking game, damn it. Our next interviewee is Doc, D-A-H-K. Here, I think his soul is working. Let's make my way over there. Oh, I meant to click see their soul. There we go. Alright, and here we are. We're looking at Doc's soul page. His real life name is Adrian Garcia. He says it's perfectly common last name, so no need to worry about that. His age, he says he'll be 21 at the 20th of this April. And a fun fact, that is also Hitler's birthday. His hobbies include video games, TV series, and snowboarding. Noticing a little trend here with the video games. Wonder where we get that. His manliest moment includes he says weeks ago his cat ran out into the big spiked bush and he had to come out there with a tiny pair of scissors and cut all the little branches. He says he still has scratches all over his skin. Future goals include regarding Die Tonight or regarding real life. I wouldn't know what to answer in both cases. Good answer. Better to be unsure than to have high hopes and then get them shot down. Or something like that. Our final interviewee for today was Thomas. Here, I know I can pull up his soul page. I was supposed to have these pulled up in advance, and I had 2 of them pulled up in advance. It starts with a T. Died Tonight profile. Here we are. We got Thomas. His real life name is Thomas, if it wasn't already obvious. His age is 14. He says for his hobbies, music is his main passion, but he doesn't want to do it professionally or anything. He sings mostly, but he's a grade 4 flute. Although he does like drama, swimming, and rugby. It sounds like you do a lot of stuff in real life, and that is awesome, Thomas. He says the manliest moment was cracking his head open. I want to hear some more details about that. His future goals include Die Tonight related. He wants to rank on the leaderboards in any town. Hey man, if we keep going the way we're going, we might just do it. Real life related, he hopefully gets good results in exams and goes to med school. That's some high hopes, man, and I hope that happens for you. I am definitely running out of time here. It's got a 15-minute max on this Screen-O-Matic, and it's already drawn on long enough, but I'm glad that I could introduce some of these awesome guys to the rest of the Die Tonight community. In any case, I may as well wrap it up here. My name's Unlucky Orpheus, and this has been the Malodorous Theater, Day 3. Thanks for watching.